good.
Such a nice boy, Jack Williams.
He's got his mother's looks, and that's a blessing. So many of the young ones seem to drift away. This place is getting smaller and smaller every year.
I know it. Joe Summers told me there's less than 200 names on the registration this term.
You don't mean it. Isn't that awful?
November, see my first at the age of 5. You figure it out.
Never missed one in all those years.
He hears very good too, don't he?
Oh, he's just a marvel.
I'll be coming back for a few more.
You tell him, old timer.
You hear that? Old man Warner says he's good for a few more.
He's seen 76 of them. Imagine.
Oh, you fellers ought to have been here in the old days. Not like now. Laura met Southern when I was a boy.
Looks like it's time to get started.
Guess we're going to, Miss Bessa. There's Joe Summers now on the post office steps.
He's bringing out the box.
Where's his sister?
She here? Oh, there she is, off by herself, as usual.
Beats me how he can stay so cheerful with that one to put up with.
I'd hate to have her in my house.
You didn't either. I seen it first.
You get that back!
The heck I will.
Put it up, will you?
You stop that!
Go, Ma. I seen it first. Honest.
Never you mind. You got stones aplenty.
You come here to me. Wait till I get you home.
Obey your mother. Mind what I say.
Yes, Uncle Forrest.
Joe Summers is coming. It won't be long now.
We better line up our families and wait for the bad news.
Davey, stay close. Nothing to be scared. Come on.
Running a little late today, folks. Hey, you whipping boy. Can you do me a favor? Get up here and stir these names up a bit for me. Hey, stir them good and hard. Hey, y'all folks doing today?
Almost ready, are you, Joe? Hope you haven't forgotten. Left my name out.
Now, Bev, you're down here. Just been checking the list is all.
Oh, you got a long ways to go yet. A terrible responsibility. Everybody says so. Poor Joe Summers doing his duty, and with that nagging sister, too.
Well, if everybody says so, Bev, there must be a little something to it.
I must say I enjoy myself watching an important man at work. Joe Summers, up there running things, devoting all his time and energy to civic activities, and how you love it.
Oblige me, though, by lowering your voice just a tad.
Why should I? Nobody asked you to come over and speak to me.
Might give thoughts to the neighbors.
The neighbors! If everybody wasn't so scared of their neighbors, we might get rid of some heated customs that don't make sense anymore. Half the young folks growing up don't have the faintest notion what a lottery even stands for.
I'm so used to talking to you.
There's no telling these days where the wisdom ends and superstition begins.
The lottery's got to be taken seriously. All right, people get in a set way of doing things, and you can't change it. It's human nature.
I don't like this town nor anybody in it, but you're the worst of them, Joe Summers. You drove him away, our own brother, and you drove him away.
There's more you're doing than mine. You brought him up a weakling, you brought him up a coward. You had him go down the street preaching against tradition.
Call that cowardly? It takes real courage to say what you think when every hand is against you.
He left of his own accord, Bill, I ain't sending.
It takes real courage to fight prejudice on your own doorstep. It's you and the rest of them that are cowards.
Every day of my life I gotta listen to your craziness. If you want to go off looking for him, look, I won't stop you. I'll give you the money. All right, you can take the morning train. I'll even draw my own lottery from now on. All right, now I can't give you much more than that, now can I?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay right here, because sooner or later your name might come up. And I wouldn't want to miss that day.
Stirred enough, I'm sure.
Glad to do it, Mr. Summers.
Y'all ladies think it's stirred?
Don't worry, Joe. We trust you.
Oh, Joe knows that he's doing all right.
Oh, hear those women hollering and cackling. They never was stuff for that in the old days.
Seen some changes, ain't you, Mr. Warner?
Bad enough seeing Joe Summers up there cracking jokes. Nobody showed respect for the ceremony.
How was it different, Mr. Warner?
It was some different. Everybody had to stand just so. And before the drawing, the head man gave us a piece real solemn. And a regular recitation went with it.
Where in tarnation is my wife?
Bill just lost his better half.
Hazel, you seen her?
No, I ain't, Bill. And I've been looking, too.
Guess she ain't gonna make it.
Late for the lottery. Can we beat that?
I don't know what's gotten into the woman.
That black box has seen a lot of service.
Yes, sir. That box was there before I was born, before my father.
Just imagine.
Story goes, they had the first pieces of the first box that was ever used.
Makes you think, don't it?
Goes way back to the days when they first settled down here. We started a village here.
Seems like we ought to be ready to build a new one.
Don't say that, boy. I've been choking.
No, Jack. We don't want to Upset tradition more than we have to. As long as that thing holds together, we ain't gonna change it.
I can recollect when they used to use wooden chips instead of paper to write the names on.
What do you know? Wooden chips?
I was real little, but I remember.
All right, folks, I think it's about safe for us to declare this here lottery open. But y'all know how I always got this last-minute fussing to do. Want to make sure that the list is accurate with all the names of the households and such. So if y'all could just give me a second.
You go right ahead, Mr. Summers.
Joe never made a mistake yet.
Why, Tessie, where you been?
Couldn't forgot what day it was. Thought Bill was out back stacking wood. Then I looked out the window and seen little Davy was gone. Then I remembered it was the 27th and come a-running.
Well, you made it all right, though. Joe's still checking his list.
Seems like there's no time at all between the lotteries anymore. Seems like we barely got through with the last one.
Time sure goes fast.
Where's Bill at? Oh, I see him. Excuse me, Hazel.
Look,
Hey,
Bill,
hey,
she's
excuse me,
coming,
Mrs.
Bill.
She made it after all.
Give Mama a kiss. That's my good boy.
So you got here, did you?
I would have to start with that, Tessie.
Wouldn't have me leave my dishes in the sink, would you, Joe?
Wouldn't dream of it, man.
You stay put, Dave, while I go talk with your mother.
I don't know, Bill. I just wasn't thinking, I guess.
Now that story's all right for the women, but I know better. You knew the lottery was today.
Well, it don't matter now, so long as I'm here.
And what about Davey? Why'd you try to hide him?
Hide him. I didn't hide him. What makes you say that?
Found him in the stable lot. He said you told him to wait there.
I was gonna get him, Bill. I was gonna bring him honest.
What reason did you have to even put him there?
Oh, Bill, he's such a little boy, and his birthday just last month. I hate to see the children taking part in grown-up ructions before they've even put aside their toys.
I went through it when I was little.
I know, Bill. I guess I was born and brought up with it, same as yourself.
Then how could you think you could get away with such a thing? You know Davey's name has to be there along with ours, and you know how careful Joe Summers is. Why, we'd have been a laughingstock in front of everyone.
But I told you, I intended to bring him. You gotta believe me.
Talking a lot of sentimental Tommy rot. I always gave you more sense than some of these other women. What's come over you lately anyway?
I told you, nothing.
Next thing you'll be saying we ought to give up the lottery altogether.
Well, I've not come to that yet, but some places have given them up. Lots of little towns of North...
No good will come of that. You wait and see.
Don't say it will. No, I reckon the lottery serves its useful purpose. If a custom has been passed down from generation to generation, there must be some good in it.
We shouldn't be so cussed busy finding fault.
All right, folks. I think we're just about ready to get started. Let's get this over with so as we can get back to work. Now, is there anybody that ain't here?
Clyde Dunbar.
Dunbar, that's right. But he's broken his leg, hasn't he? All right, so who are we going to have drawing for him?
Me, I guess.
Wife draws for husband. Makes sense. Ain't got a grown boy to draw for you, Hazel?
Ralph's not been 16 yet. Guess I got a feeling for the old man this year.
All right, and Jack Wilkins, you drawing this year yet?
Yes, sir. I'm drawing for my mother and me.
Good fella, Jack. Glad to see your mother's got a man to do it.
Guess that makes just about everybody. Old man Warner, he make it?
Here.
I knew you would be. All right. Now here's how this is going to go. I'm going to be going down the list, calling off the names of the heads of each household. When I call your name, the head of the household is going to come down here and draw a paper from the box. When you draw a paper from the box, you keep it in your hand, you keep it folded, and you don't look at it until everybody's had their turn to draw. Is everything clear? All right. Let's get started then. Adams.
They do say over in the North Village they're talking of giving up the lot.
Allen.
Pack of crazy fools listening to the youth.
Appleby.
Nothing ever good enough for them. Next thing you know, they want to go back to living in caves. Nobody
Bessa.
can work anymore. Living that way for a while.
That's right,
Caswell.
Mr. Warner.
Next thing you know, we'll be eating chicken
Delacroix.
stew and acorns. There's always been a lottery.
Delacroix. Dunbar.
Go on, Hazel. That's you. There she goes.
Foster. Miss Hazel. Graves. Hutchison.
Where do you suppose they keep the black box in between times?
It varies. Sometimes
Martin.
one place, other times another.
I heard it's been one whole winter in Mr. Graves' barn.
Townsend.
Another year, Clyde Martin put it on a shelf in his grocery and let it sit there.
Yep, I recall that.
Tuttle.
I wish they'd hurry.
They're almost 3 months.
Get
Vincent.
ready to run and tell your father.
Warner. Mr. Warner.
Got mine. 77th year in the lottery.
Watson. Wilkins,
Don't be nervous, Jack.
take your time, son.
Thank you, Mr. Warner.
Quite well. Well, I think that makes everybody, except of course. All right, fellas, get on.
It's Hutchinson!
Go and tell Dad.
Joe Summers, you didn't give him enough time to choose any paper he wanted. I saw you. It wasn't fair.
Be a good sport, Tessie.
All of us took the same chance.
You hush up, Tessie.
Well, that was over pretty quick. Now we best get this moving along so that we can get back to work on time. Jack, you do me a favor? Come up here real quick. Get some of those blank tickets, yeah? 2 of them. And then take bills. You put that in the box, Will. I'll do that for you.
I think we ought to start over. I tell you, it wasn't fair. You didn't give him enough time to choose. Everybody saw it. Listen, everybody!
Hey, Bill.
It wasn't fair.
Calm down now. Let's see. So you draw for the Hutchinson family, right? All right. Let's see. How many households you got in the Hutchinson family? Just the one?
Don and Ava, make them take their chance.
Daughters draw with their husbands' families. Know that as well as anybody, Tessie.
Guess it's just the 3 of us, Joe. Ava draws with her husband. That's only as it should be.
All right. So then by my list, as far as drawings for households concerned, that's you. As far as drawings for families concerned, that's also you, right?
Right.
Okay, how many kids you got now, Bill?
Just the one. Little Davy here. Bill Jr., he died when he was a baby.
All right. All right, so Jack, thank you for staying up here. Here's how this is going to work. We're going to have Davy, then Tessie, then Bill draw. All right. Davy, can you come up here for me? Ain't nothing to be afraid of. Come on. There. So, I'm going to go real quick. Now just reach in here. Don't look in the box. Take a paper. Any paper. Don't matter which. Keep it in your hand. Jack, you hold it. Make sure we don't have anything go wrong there. Tessie, you draw next. Bill, you'll finish this up.
Ain't the same it used to be. People ain't the same way they used to be.
Jack, open those names for us. Let's see. You can show them too. Tessie? Bill, let me see yours. It's Tessie. Show us the paper. Come on, Tessie. It's Tessie. Finish quickly.
Let's go, Hazel. Hurry up. Let's go, Miss Bessa.
It isn't fair! It wasn't unfair!
Quiet, Tess. We gotta do this.